It says here in Luke 10:40, and Martha was cumbered about much serving. Verse 41 says, and Jesus answered and said to her, Martha, Martha, don't you wish you could have been there and seen the looks on their faces and heard the tone of voice that Jesus used? A lot of times I hear it read, I've read it myself this way, where Jesus sounds a little exasperated. Martha, Martha. But, maybe there was a little pause between the two words Martha. Martha. And then Jesus waits and sees if he got her attention. But she just keeps bustling about. Martha! Can you imagine Jesus just shouting, can I have your attention, girl? Martha is one of 7 people in the Bible whose names are used twice like that. There are 4 in the Old Testament, 3 in the New Testament. In the Old Testament, there's Abraham, when it was time for him to sacrifice his son Isaac. There's Jacob, when it was time for him to move his family to Egypt, where his son Joseph was. And there was Moses. Remember the hard time the Lord had getting his attention, needed a burning bush? Then there's Samuel. Samuel was having a hard time really believing that the Lord was speaking to him. In the New Testament, we have Simon. That's referring to Peter when he was so filled with self-confidence. The Lord told him, you better be careful. One really great example of the Lord having to break through distractions is Saul. When Saul was on his way to arrest Christians, but God saved him and he became Paul instead. So Martha is one of 7. Martha. And sometimes I think the Lord would like to say our names twice because there are so many things in this world to distract you. For a second, I'd like to show you how even a Bible study program on your computer can be a distraction from hearing the voice of God. Let's go over to my computer screen and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, here we are on my computer at a Bible study app that's online called Bible Hub. It's free. You just have to have an internet connection in order to use it. When you move your cursor around using your mouse, it's in the shape of an arrow. But also on the page are lots of other links. And you can see my cursor is in the shape of a pointing finger. And that means if I click on these things, it's going to take me someplace else where I am not right now. I have all these different versions of the Bible, translations. I have here all these different Bible study arrangements. Even I have sermons here. I have an interlinear Bible. I have Strong's Numbers. If I click on the Strong's Numbers, we see in 1 John chapter 3, verse 1, we have each of the English words. Behold, what manner of love the Father. Cursor here has become a pointing finger, and I could click on a Strong's Greek number 26 and find out about that word. It's the Greek word agape, and we have some glosses of it and some different word studies, and we have the Englishman's Concordance. In other words, if we could go back a few pages right here, it appears like the Bible. I'm studying the Bible. I'm reading the Bible. But on a computer study app, it's not really a book anymore. It's actually an index to lots of different sources. And I'll be honest with you, when I first started using digital Bible study aids 30 years ago, they were a great distraction to me. All of these different links seemed like a bunch of different rabbit holes leading to Alice's Wonderland.
I'm late. I'm late for a very important date. No time to say hello, goodbye. I'm late. I'm late. I'm late.
It must be awfully important, like a party or something. Mr. Rabbit, wait!
No. I'm overdue. I'm really in a stew. No time to say goodbye. Hello, I'm late. I'm late. I'm late.
My, what a peculiar place to have a party. You know, Dinah, we really shouldn't be doing this. Goodbye, Dinah. Goodbye.
Now let's see. Where was I? I wonder which way I ought to go.